When we invest time and energy into becoming the best version of ourselves, it can open up our world. But at times, self-care can feel like another thing on our to-do list. Wake up early, exercise, eat a balanced meal, meditate, have hobbies, and repeat. While I think having a list can keep us in check, I think that it's important to approach it mindfully and remind ourselves of the whole purpose of self-care. For me, it's to recharge, find balance, and to recommit to knowing my self-worth. On that note, here are some mindful self-care habits and practices that help me to navigate through life. Like nature, I believe that we also go through different seasons in our lives. Spring is when we feel motivated. Summer is when we are energized and social. Fall is when we feel more reflective. And winter is a season when we need to slow down and rest. Taking notice of which season I'm in has helped me tremendously to understand what my body, mind, and soul needs at that time in my life. In my spring season self-care, I am more disciplined and consistent, journaling every day, working out 3 times a week. But during my winter season, self-care looks completely different. It can be as simple as going for long walks, taking naps, choosing to be more gentle with myself. A big part of self-care is tuning in, listening to our intuition, and providing ourselves with what we need. This way, we don't just meet the standards of what balance looks like, but we're taking the matter into our own hands and becoming the best versions of ourselves. Like in nature, we can't change the seasons, but the best we can do is honor it and just go with the flow. Speaking of tuning in, I think we can all benefit from checking in with ourselves frequently throughout the day. Asking ourselves, how are you feeling? What is your stress level right now? Do you need to take a break? Maybe you need to drink more water. Do you need to move around and get some fresh air? I have activities throughout the day that remind me to check in with myself, especially when life feels chaotic. Starting the day by doing some morning pages, breaking up my day into 3 parts by walking my dogs, brain dumping right before going to bed, and even scheduling some time for my wellness apps that remind me to stop everything I'm doing and reflect. Checking in with myself helped me so much during my big move, when it felt like I had a never-ending list of things to do. After a while, I noticed a pattern. If I don't sleep enough or don't eat before noon, I'm more likely to be irritable, feel anxious, and act on impulse. So take a few moments of the day to check in with yourself. It's a simple way to gain clarity and reset. When I had a 9-to-5 job, my daily breakfast was a granola bar and coffee on the way to work. So it's a real treat to be able to cook brunch for myself and enjoy every bite with ease. There are pros and cons to working from home, but I see this as a big perk and a privilege, and has become one of my favorite things. Life is hard, and I think it's up to us to counteract it, even just a little bit, by creating good feelings for ourselves as much as possible. So I try to inject little happy moments into my day, and it's been one of the best self-care practices. Cuddling and running around with my dogs, listening to my favorite music and having dance parties, laughing at memes with my husband, taking nature walks, simple, silly things. What did you love doing as a kid? What makes you laugh uncontrollably? What makes your heart smile? Whatever it is, sprinkle it throughout the day to make your days a little bit brighter and a little bit lighter. I always thought that self-care was all about me. But as I get older, I'm realizing that it's not enough just to take care of my well-being without taking care of those around me. my family, my friends, my dogs, even my neighbors and my community, because in many ways, they are an extension of who I am. It might be just a phone call, a text message, or even a knock on the door to say, "Hey, how are you? How are you feeling? Can I be involved in any way? If you need me, I'm here for you." It can be verbal or nonverbal, but whatever the gesture may be, I think doing our part to take care of each other is beneficial for everyone involved. We are social creatures, after all. Of course, mean what you say, set your boundaries, only give what you can commit to. But if you are in the position to help someone else out in any way, always take the opportunity to do so. You might find that you're actually fulfilling your own needs as well. I think it comes naturally with age, but now more than ever, I want to embrace what makes me me. My lines, my textured skin, my big round cheeks, and my personality traits as well. My creativity comes with clumsiness. My sensitivity comes with intensity. I'm not just my strengths, but also my weaknesses. I'm not just the sum of my successes, but also my mistakes and failures. And despite what anyone else thinks, I know what I think of myself. And this mindset has been incredibly freeing and empowering. On my self-care journey, I realized that accepting ourselves is just as important as constantly wanting to become a better version of ourselves. If we can't fully love who we are in our current state, that we won't, even with more money, better bodies, healthier habits, and so on. So, don't settle. Acknowledge all the things you need to work on, things you're not happy with. But don't forget to embrace the core parts of you. Don't forget that you've already come so far. And especially, don't forget that you are and always will be a work in progress. So let's fall in love with the process. Meditation can be silently sitting in our rooms, but it's also attentively listening when we're talking to a friend. Repeating positive affirmations can be a great way to start the day, but let's not forget them when we're feeling insecure, embarrassed, or overwhelmed. Self-care looks different for everyone because our needs are completely different. Have fun, experiment, enjoy the challenge of becoming the best you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.